What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Motorhead YouTube channel. Today's episode, we're back to work on our E30 M3 conversion. And to start off, we need to start trimming up this foam and getting this piece ready because we want to panel bond it in here. We did do a little bit of foam work off camera. We went ahead and filled in this quarter panel. Everything feels very nicely. Now what we need to do is go ahead and trim all this, thin it out here. That way it'll fit very nice over this because we want to get this molded in with the panel bond and get it mounted for good. And that way when we get it done, we can go ahead and start on the other side. Okay guys, so we're ready to panel bond this quarter panel on. Although we do still have to make this bracket, so Yuri's working on that right now. And what was your idea?
I'll just make a little box. Like, I'm gonna bend this around this way and have it butt in right there. And I'll guess I'll just step it off how much we need. We're gonna add filler right here, so we're gonna need to drop it in a little bit. And that's why we did it like this, because we didn't know exactly how the quarter was gonna be. Yeah, but we wanted to put the tail pan in, so now we just need to make this bracket.
And then we'll be good to go. All right guys, so the passenger quarter is finally hard mounted. I'm really happy. This is a huge milestone. I was kind of having anxiety getting this done because I thought it would be hard, but it actually went very smoothly. We actually decided we're gonna leave these self-tappers in overnight. That way we're not rushing to get them all in. You know, it's gonna all dry very nicely. Tomorrow we'll go ahead and put the rivets in. Fortunately, the rivets aren't working because the metal was not thick enough to grab. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get washers and put it behind there. And not only is that gonna help us actually use the rivets, but it's also going to give us more of a surface area for it to grab onto, so it's going to be very nice. So we'll get onto all that tomorrow. For now, we're going to go ahead and get onto the other side. As you know, we did fab this up to get the rigidity back, and we need to do it on this side, so we're going to start on that and then hopefully maybe get it pretty close to foam today, and that way tomorrow we can maybe mount the quarters. We'll see. So let's get right into it. All right, so right off the bat, you can see we used that other side as a template and pre-cut this piece out a while back. So it's gonna make it a lot smoother process. Yuri's gonna cut it straight and then we'll go from there. right, guys, just like that, Yuri worked his magic on this side. Turned out just like the other side, although it was done a lot quicker now that we have a lot more experience. And then while he did that, I made this piece and it's ready to weld in now. As you can see, it's looking very nice. I like how it all turned out. So all we have to do is weld this piece in, then we can move on to the back. But it is getting late on us, so we're gonna catch you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, next day here, Yuri's gonna go ahead and start knocking this out. Unfortunately though, his TIG pedal got messed up.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah. But
yeah, my bad. And the problem is these things are like 250.
sheesh.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to fix it.
Yeah, he's gonna fiddle with that. And while he does that, I'm gonna go ahead and put these rivets in because this quarter panel is nice and dry. I went ahead and bought some stainless washers for the back. That way it don't rust. And these rivets will have some clamping, some area to clamp to. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on it. All right, so we're here to get our gas, and we're low-key eyeballing this Millermatic 211. We got one at the shop, but kind of swag, don't you think?
I did say it was $100, if that.
So what do you think? Should we get this thing?
List price on
Yeah,
that's what I think so.
I think it'd be a really nice investment. We just can't let no one at the shop use it. This is Motorhead's welder right here.
List price.
It's kind of a small spool. Or is that the same size?
I don't know. Ask this guy.
Hey, what size
Yeah.
wire goes in here?
11 pound.
11 pounds?
Yep, 11 pound spool go in it.
What's the
11,
difference?
10,
What's the
whatever.
difference between this and the other 211?
The other 211.
He said this is an inverter.
Okay, yeah.
We have the old Millermatic 211.
Oh, that's
Like the big one?
Stuff. Yeah.
Transformers
Yeah.
versus okay.
Everything's going inverter though, man.
Right.
It's just, that's a lot more efficient. You know what I mean? Like the power draw on those, compared to, if you go back and look at what on the back, the schematic on yours, you'll see that the power draw on that old style is a lot more than what's on this one.
Really?
Are you video?
Yeah, it's
If you look right here, so here's what you're drawing on your amperage, depending on 240. This is the duty cycle. On 20 at 120, this is what you're drawing, and then on 240, this is what you're drawing on amps. If you go look at your transformer style, you're probably drawing about, I don't know, 30% more than that.
Really?
Yes. So efficiency is where it's at with the inverter style.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna try it out.
Okay.
See what happens.
Well, the nice thing about it is, I mean, if you grab hold of that one versus that old style, you know that how much lighter that is too.
Yeah, I mean that's
nothing. Right? It's nothing. That's
You can't
exactly
even
right.
lift the-
And 1400. I mean, it's 1400 on the Miller website. So
Mention, look, I love the side handles. You
Yeah.
know? The other
Man,
one
I
you
went to
can't
that
carry
case too. Even look at like even that the 235 over there. You know, it comes off of the roll around thing, and it's got the same handle, so you can actually pick it up and take it too. It's got the quick releases here. This just comes off the whole roll around cart.
Wow.
Undo those
how
four.
much? That one's like 4500, ain't it?
2,500.
Oh, 2500.
It better.
Dang.
I can still lift the whole thing up.
Yeah, even the whole right, exactly. So it's not bad.
One day we'll come back for that one.
Yeah, and then,
Well, and I'll
then
tell you
we'll
what.
go up to this one.
But if you're going to come back and look at this, and if you're looking at actual getting more out of it, even look at that 255.
Yeah.
It's a multi-matic, and it's just got more output on it. More than
Well, the main reason that we want this one is because we want a basic wire welder.
yeah.
And the one we have is worn out, so we're gonna let that be like the one everybody goes to, and then
Yes.
keep this one only for us.
Yep, I get
Because
that.
the tips are.
Millermatic 211, sir. No. All right, guys, new welding setup is sick. It all turned out very nice. We put it on this cart. As you can see, here's our old setup, looking kind of rough, but this welder is actually like 8 years old, so definitely did the trick. And then yesterday someone knocked the door off, so we just decided to pull the trigger on this one. It's actually the same one, but it's inverter instead of a transformer. Much smaller, much more efficient. Let's see what kind of beads you can throw down with it. Okay, so we're gonna do the first test weld with our new welder. Yuri's gonna get this seam right here, and then we'll plug weld this and go from there.
Yeah.
Man's decked out in Miller.
Yeah, right. I know. I'm gonna go back and get those gloves and that jacket too. All right, guys, so we got this side done, and I'm very happy with how this welder works. It's very easy to use. It puts down some real nice beads. It does weld a little hot. Like when you set it to the setting for the type of gauge metal that it says for it, you still have to turn it down. So I actually like that because that means it's nice and strong. So I've got this piece right here cut out, and I'm going to go ahead and tack it in and weld it up so we can get this thing boxed in and get the quarter on.
And originally he was tigging this area right here, but he's gonna try it with the new MIG. We're gonna see how it goes. All right, so we went ahead and welded this bar in. The new welder does the spot weld so nicely. We're really liking it. We also went ahead and deleted this antenna hole while we still had access to it. And as you can see, we welded this up too. This is gonna add with structural rigidity. And now this quarter panel is just gonna be super strong. Check out them welds. Definitely gonna hold up nicely. So now that all that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning it all up and get it prepped for etch. And then we'll go ahead and panel bond this inner wheel well in. All right, guys, we got all the etch laid down. It's gonna be very nice and protected from the elements. Now we're gonna go ahead and get this wheel well fit. And once we get it fit, we can glue it in for good and put this foam in, let it dry overnight.
let this set up, and then once this dries up a little bit, we'll put some more on top of it. We don't want to put too much at a time because then it'll seal itself in there and it'll never dry.
All right, guys, next day the foam is all nice and dry. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start trimming this up and get it ready so we can mount this quarter panel. All right, guys, just like that, the other quarter panel is mounted. This is a huge milestone on this project. We were dreading doing this, but actually the hard part is done now. Now we're gonna get into the body work in the next episode. Stay tuned for that, guys. I'm really excited for all of that because we're one step closer to priming it and getting some color on it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and drop a comment down below and a like. It really helps out. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at motorhead.co if you want the inside scoop. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.